Hi everyone, welcome to 28 COE Talks. I am with Rev Walter, who is a thought transformation leader, networker, digital and traditional marketer, published author, copywriter, columnist and blogger, neurolinguistic and cognitive enhancement coach, radio and television personality, social influencer, and a TEDx speaker. Today we are going to talk about future skills that is needed that we should master today, so that we are ready for the future. There are so many skills that we should master, but we are going to talk about some skills that is must for the future. To prepare ourselves in the future, we should be mastering them today. Tell us, what are some of such skills?
There are 11 of them, but for the sake of time, I'll just zone in on one. So first, for the sake of knowing, the first one is that you must manage yourself. The business of you is the big deal. And I'll come back and pick on what exactly I mean when I say the business of you. And the second one to manage is your distractions. Now more than ever, distractions are everywhere. So that means social media, television, these things are screaming for your attention. For those that are trying to go ahead, you need to learn how to completely silence those. The third is managing relationships. You have to know that relationships are the key to every door that opens in your life, literally every door. Think about it. Job, big gig, whatever, it's a relationship. So you don't manage that well, you lose on that. Number 4 is managing your relevance to society. One of the greatest challenges we face today is that a lot of people are learning things in school that are irrelevant to the way society is advancing. So you've got to stay plugged in so that you know what's going on in your space. Number 5 is managing your awareness. Now, what does that mean? That means being connected. So you've got relevance, but you also have awareness. What exactly is happening in your space? And how do you make yourself aware? Number 6 is managing your fans, your followers, and your network. There is something called social capital. Most people don't know just how powerful that is, but you don't need money to get your breakthrough and to go to the next level. And the people that follow you can make a massive difference between going to the next level and not. And then number 7 is managing your digital platforms. You know what that is. That means all of them. Your apps, your platforms on Facebook, social media, whatever. All these things are really big nowadays, and there are plenty. Number 8 is managing your personal brand. Remember, your brand is what people think you are when you're not there. That's everything. So you have to be very deliberate with everything you do everywhere you are. Number 9 is managing your communications. Remember, communication is the key to virtually everything. Great leaders are certainly brilliant communicators. Number 10, managing your time. There's actually another skill called time mapping. The two of them together are a lifesaver. Remember, time is free, but it's priceless. And number 11 is managing your computer, ICT, and typing skills. In this day and age of the digital revolution, not having computer skills is suicidal.
But I wish we had some amount of time to discuss all the 11. Probably we'll definitely have one interview where we'll discuss all the 11 in details. But among these 11, which is the most important one according to you?
Number 1, the mastering or the brand of you. You gotta master yourself. You gotta be master of yourself. If you're not master of yourself, it really doesn't matter what you do out there. So everything starts with yourself. You're the foundation. You're the cornerstone.
Okay, let me tell you what I understand by this, then let me know if that is correct or not. When we take a new phone, initially we don't know how to use that phone properly, but slowly we master it. We know how to utilize it properly. And when it comes to a computer or a car also, initially we are not very sure, or we learn, then we slowly master it, right? So we ourselves, we should know how to master ourselves. For example, okay, the value is, a person's value is not the material things that he has. For example, when we say somebody is a millionaire or somebody is a billionaire, we don't say he has 10 billion property. We say he is worth 10 billion. We say he is worth 2 billion. He is worth 500 million. We say the person is worth 500 million or 2 billion, right? It's the worth of the person. So is that what you were saying, that, increasing your own value by mastering and knowing how to use yourself?
Correct. It's more or less correct, but I want to let me just clarify it a bit more so that you get it. In this day and age, Bitu, we live in an era of seeing more freelancing becoming the way of the future. People are moving away from what I call activity-based to results-based operations. All workplaces are more interested in the results you bring than the activity you bring. And this term of being a freelancer, we're calling gig management. So what does gig management involve? Let me tell you what it does. It means if you want to learn how to be good at managing gig and getting good jobs for yourself, you need to master, amongst other things, networking, learning how to track down potential gigs, learning how to write proposals, learning how to formulate contracts, managing your accounting. These are all things that come as part of the business of you. And this is all about managing yourself. So in managing yourself, it's literally being CEO of one, me. And how best can you do that? So skills and skill growth is huge. I'll just close with this little statement. Maybe that will help some people. And maybe let's leave it as a question rather than a statement. So number one, what specific skills would you like to enhance for mastery in your life? And the things that come to you easily are usually the key. They are the clue to your gift or ability. So a lot of people are in jobs or functions or things that they hate, but this is what pays the bill. And the truth of the matter is you'll never be a master of that. The moment you look at within yourself, find what you're naturally good at. I mean, look at you here, Bitu. All nice, flowing, everything is just awesome. I went and looked at your platforms. I mean, you are the epitome of what I'm saying when I talk about self-management and gig management. And how does this make it, how is it possible? It's because you love what you do. You do this stuff for free anyway. The only difference is you've learned how to monetize it. And that's exactly what we mean when we say managing self. It means, how do you take this ability you have, whatever it is, baking, writing, whatever. So that's really, but it starts with mastery of self. If you don't know how to master this process called you, it won't work.